Hi, my name is Tarin Alexa Haralba. In this video, I am going to answer some questions from the Purposive communication, and this is for educational purpose only. So for the part 1, question number 1. What makes communication so important? What makes communication so important is the fact that it is a channel of knowledge and information. Through it, we are able to gain knowledge from other people and obtain information that is useful for our living. Number 2, does visual communication improve our understanding of certain situations? How? Yes, our way of understanding of certain situations can be improved by means of visual communication, for there are instances that a certain information can easily be understood if it has a visual representation. Question number 3. How vital is it to practice intrapersonal communication? What effects can be benefited from this type of communication? Uh, it is vital to practice interpersonal communication, for it conditions ourselves, and through it, we can gain our composure. Some of its effects that are beneficial to us includes preparing ourselves for interpersonal communication. It enhances our speaking skills and it improves our decision-making skills. So, question number 4. Imagine that you are a CEO of a clothing company. Which type of organizational communication would be most effective for your company and why? As a company, formal communication would be effective for us. It is due to the reason that in formal communication, we can maintain our speaking composure and respect towards other people with whom we are communicating with. Question number 5. With the world at its fastest pace and advancement in technology, do you think it is possible that animals may be able to produce their own language? Why or why not? Um, in my opinion, even with the fastest pace and advancement of technology, it is still impossible for animals to produce their own language. It is because they have a different characteristics compared to us, and based on some studies, only humans are capable of speaking. Question number 6. You came from a prestigious institution when your family decides to transfer you to a local university. Since French is your first language, you are having trouble communicating with your new Filipino classmates using the English language. What would you do to establish a connection of understanding with one another despite the differences in culture and language? So, in order to establish a connection of understanding, I will try to learn their language. Meaning to say, I should be the one to adjust. While I am still in the process of learning it, I will communicate with them through sign language and body gesture so that I can still connect with them despite our differences. So for the question number 7, how important is feedback in the communication process? Is it really necessary to receive feedback every now and then? Why or why not? Feedback is important in a communication process, for it determines whether the person you are communicating with understands what you are trying to say. Yes, it is necessary, for it is also a sign of respect and acknowledgement to the person you are communicating with. So for the part 2, ethics of communication, these are situation based on medical situational questions. So for the situation number 1, Mr. Joe has asked you to look up his blood results as he cannot. He has been pretty sick this week and busy on top of it. He can't take the time off to see his own physician and has told you that his doctor gave him the okay to look them up. What would you do and say? So for me, I will respectfully tell him that the directive to check his blood results must come from his doctor. I will let him know and understand that patient's information are confidential and I cannot give it to him without prior notice from his doctor or physician. So, that's it. For the situation number 2, you work at a gynecological procedure unit. You often have patients having abortions. You see the same supportive partner come in this past month with 3 separate women for their procedures. You overhear him tell each one how much he loves them and is sorry that they had to terminate their pregnancy. What would you do and say? Ah, Clearly, the man's affairs are not any of my business. However, this action of him involves lives of innocent children and women. So, in this type of situation, I will ask the man if we can talk privately. I will confront him about his wrongful action. I will make him realize that he has been destroying innocent lives. I will also try to control my emotions in order to prevent exploding in anger since I am still at my workplace and he is our client. So, for situational question number 3, you have been delegated to get your patient's blood pressure. This patient is very rude and is pressuring you to hurry up, also moving around a lot. As a result, you are unable to get their BP after 3 attempts. The patient asks, "What takes you too long?" What would you say? So, I will tell this rude patient that I will not take this long if he is cooperative. I will tell him that in getting a patient's blood pressure, the patient has to be still in order to get accurate information. I will also make him realize that throughout the process, all he did is to move around and complain. Moreover, I will tell him that it costs no cent to be kind, especially if he is the one who is asking for a favor. So, situational question number 4. You come across your best friend's boyfriend's test result. He has been diagnosed with syphilis. You know she is considering becoming sexually active with him this weekend. What would you do and say? Since she is my best friend, I am concerned with her health and well-being. Even though it is not good to meddle with their relationship, especially with that matter, I will still tell her about his boyfriend's condition. I will tell her that it is not my intention to get in the way. However, I am worried that she might contract it from him. Situational question number 5. You saw your physician giving preferential treatment to patients of a specific ethnicity. A few of your patients have made comments to you and other staff as well. What would you do or say? Uh, the action of my physician shows unfairness and discrimination. Since many people are witness to it, this may had happened a lot of times and I should act quickly in order for these instances not to happen again. So I will try to confront my physician privately. I will tell him that what he is doing is against the law and can be charged. I will also remind him that as a medical practitioner, we should not be biased for our main concern is our patients' health and safety and not their ethnicity or other differences. That's all. Thank you.